Well, hello everyone and happy Halloween. Well, we did it. Today is October the 31st. We made it. We have completed Vlogtober, and I say we because I do include all of you. I have a huge thank you to many of my viewers. You have been encouraging me every day the entire time, and you're the reason why I was able to produce a video every day during the month of October. Thank you so much for all your encouragement, your feedback, your engagement. It's been quite the learning experience for me, and I thought I'd share with you a few plans that I have for Paper Tams as far as YouTube. I have decided to continue on, however, I am first going to take a week off. I want to regroup. I want to take care of some things that I have let go throughout the month. And I want to give all these videos a little more time to collect some data. Ideally, I'd give it another 2 weeks to collect data, but what I don't want to do is disrupt the algorithm so much, because it will be a bit of a jolt once I go 30 days with a video every day and then go to a week of nothing. I will not do a video every day in the future. That's just not sustainable. So I hope you understand that. But I do know whatever I decide, I need to be consistent. I have learned, it's always been said, and I am now sure that this is the case, but you need to be consistent with videos, meaning that if you want to produce 2 videos a week, they need to be on the same days of the week. So at the moment, I am leaning toward 2 videos a week, one on Monday, one on Wednesday. That is what the data is telling me as far as when you guys are most likely online. However, I will look at the data again once this week I take off is over and double check that. So it may be a Monday, Wednesday, a Monday, Thursday. We'll see if I can sustain that throughout the rest of the year. And if I think I can add a 3rd video, I will consider that. But right now, the plan is to do 2 videos a week from now until the end of the year, and just make sure that is something I can sustain and promise for the whole year of 2026. As far as content, that is another thing I will be looking at in the data. However, I'm about 90% sure there will be some bullet journal and a Hobonichi planner that will be more focused there. However, because those videos have done well in terms of some data that I look at, I do want to improve those. I want to improve the quality of those videos, and I want some time to think about how I could better present that information. So I am thinking that Mondays will be dedicated to planning and bullet journal, and then the Wednesday videos could be anything. I do want to try to do a tea chat at least once a month. I will probably do more of the same, like a book haul once a month, maybe a letter writing once a month to give you guys an idea of some of the incoming mail. And because so many people like to know my process and themes and things like that, I can share with you what I'm focused on each month for letter writing and what I'm focused on for the letter writing club that I'm a part of. And I'm also toying with the idea of doing just a monthly garden tour. So I'm still thinking about that, because there are some other things I'm planning to do with Paper Tams in 2026. And later this in November, I'll share with you like the big picture plans for Paper Tams, not just the YouTube, but big picture, what's happening here at Paper Tams. I do ask a lot of you that have asked me to continue with doing videos, or have asked me throughout the year to do more videos. According to the data, a lot of people that watch my videos are not subscribed. So if you could please subscribe. I know this is the ask that everyone asks on YouTube. It does make a difference in terms of subscribers. So if you could please subscribe, like the videos that you enjoy the most, or either leave a comment on this video about what type of content you have enjoyed the most, because I really do take everything you send to me very seriously, and I also take the data very seriously. It's no point of making content, putting it out into the world, if people aren't interested and don't want to look at it. So anyway, that is about it for today. I just wanted to wish you guys a happy Halloween. Please be careful out there, have fun. And I wanted to say thank you for all that you have done, all the encouragement. I was pleasantly surprised. I really thought doing a video every day during the month of October, I thought I would lose subscribers and kind of edit down my audience into who's really here. But actually I gained subscribers. So that was a great surprise. And a lot of the metrics that I look at more than views, by the way. If we've got any nerdy marketing people out there, you know that views used to be everything. All anybody cared about was views. And of course, you want views, so that's still an important metric. But diving a little deeper is what is required these days. So you definitely have to look at your views versus your impressions, and look at what has a good click-through rate. And I like to have a click-through rate above 4%. So I'm looking at that. And then the other thing I'm looking at is the engagement ratio of likes, comments, things like that to views. And I'm also looking at video duration, like how long people watch my videos and which ones are above the average value. So there's a lot more to be considering when you're doing YouTube videos. And I have a theory about that as someone who has come from a paid media background. I think that maybe YouTube is trying to hone in on the audiences, and that's why everyone's talking about doing a niche. If you're going to do YouTube, find a niche, that sort of thing. I have kind of played around with that theory. As you guys know, I've kind of showed you a lot of things this past year. I've talked about food and budgeting and gardening, as well as my traditional content around journals, planners, paper crafting, letter writing, putting pen to paper. So there's a lot that I am looking at, and there was a lot that I was testing out. So anyway, again, thank you so much. And I will see you in a week, a little over a week. So make sure, if you don't have your notifications on, put that on so you don't miss it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.